Welcome back to the Genus Brewing channel. I am here by myself today, so I figured I would take a break from the draft system series that we were doing and let you guys in on my favorite cheap and fast homebrew recipe. So I actually got it mostly done right here, not all the way done right here. So let's rewind and show you what I did. Okay, so let's go over this recipe. All in all, this recipe is super simple. It's just 3 pounds of Pilsen DME, it's a pound of corn sugar, it's 3/4 of a pound of both corn and 2-row, and it's just a total of 0.5 ounces of Columbus hops. Super cheap. My general philosophy on this is if you're gonna make a light lager, why spend a lot of time or money on it? So let's get into this. The water's heated up. Let's get our grain steeping and walk you through this really simple process. Step 1, grains go in, 150 to 155 degrees, 20 to 30 minutes, call it good. Give it a little stir. Pop the lid on. Step 2, take our grain out, put it in this pitcher right here, let it drain. Once it all drains and there's a little extra liquid in there, we'll put it back in. Look at that. So we took out our grain, got it draining out in this pitcher. Meanwhile, we're stirring in our DME and we're gonna turn this on and bring it up to a boil. People worry about those chunks that it makes, but if you give it enough time, it dissolves anyway, so I don't really worry about it. And as this guy starts to drain, just pour that extra liquid. As you can see, this is just about up at a boil. I'm gonna add my first 60-minute edition of Columbus. We have another one going in like 15 or 20 minutes from the end of the boil. 45 to 40 minutes from now. I'm not going to show you that because this is what it looks like. And then that one's, it's going to be the same. You know, it's just going to be, you don't need to see it twice. And got 2 hop editions. All right, if you insist, I'll show you the 20-minute edition. So if you're in a pinch, one thing that you can do in lieu of sanitizing your fermenter, if you have an HDPE or even better if you have a stainless fermenter, is actually just pour in your liquid boiling hot and allow the boiling hot liquid to sanitize it for you. I don't recommend you doing this. If you have sanitizer, please sanitize your fermenter first, but if you're in a pinch and for whatever reason this is a better option for you, it is an option. Here at the boil, I'm gonna get my wort in the fermenter, top it up to volume with water, and we're gonna add our yeast. So now we're going to top up with water. We don't need to show you that step. You should know what it looks like. We take this, we pour it in there. You get it. Check back with you when we are adding our yeast. So one of the reasons that this brew is so quick is because the diluting water actually is enough to chill it all the way down. So that takes a huge chunk of time out of your day. We're just going to add our yeast. Mangrove Jack, California Lager. Might put a link to this in the description, I don't know. We're gonna top it off with the lid and get our airlock in there. All right, so we've got our yeast in there, we've got our lid on, our airlock on there, and now just like else, we're gonna let it go for a couple weeks before we get it into a keg and get it crashed, clear, and good to go. Since we already have this beer brewed, let's give it a taste. Cut to a scene of me drinking. So yeah, I was telling them how when they comment on our YouTube videos, it actually helps boost us up in the algorithm. It helps us out a lot. And so, oh, you guys are still here. You want to know how the beer tastes? That makes sense because I just said that. Pretty good beer. It's this color. On a stuffy day, you wouldn't smell it. Tastes a bit like the beers you crushed in college. I need more. If you guys like this video, please comment below, subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and next video we'll be back at you with more of our draft series. Until next time, cheers. Oh, you guys are still here? You know, that's what inspired me, which is important, to have inspiration in life. Got my grain bag.